playing Roller Coaster Tycoon today. I loved this game when I was a kid. When I was 8 years old, my father told me to willingly sacrifice myself if a person ever pointed a gun at my head and asked if I was a Christian. I'm James Doppler, and welcome to DopplerVidya. The purpose of this, behind this whole thing is, I am going to try to recreate Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. You can Google that right now. Pause it and Google it if you like. This guy, he made a ride. I guess I can't remember if he used the car ride or something else. I'll look it up before it's all said and done with. I'm gonna play this well past the objective. There's a lot of waiting done on this game, so I edited out a lot of that. I'm going to run it in the same mindset as the president of Disney. Money, money, money. That's all Disney is about. They don't care about the joy of kids anymore, as long as they have their wallets full. I always start off by building the food places. That was a true story about what my dad told me. It really was. I remember the time and place. We were in his truck on the way to church. We were actually in the parking lot, and he told me that. All sorts of fucked up little things they told me when I was a kid. The background picture, I'm not quite sure what that is. The borders here, I just googled Windows 95 computers and came up with that. It's like a guy in a sailor hat next to an old computer. You don't really have to build the bathrooms. They never shit anywhere. I guess they just stay full until they leave and stop at a gas station. Charge $1 for the bathrooms. I mean, if I was put in that situation, I would hate it. I would probably start a commotion on the internet, but I would still pay it at the time, because what else am I supposed to do? Risk being arrested, somebody seeing me piss out in public, and potentially end up on the sex offender registry? No, thank you. I'll pay $1 to avoid that. No. I would probably just purposely miss the toilet. I would make it so that that $1. Well, I don't know. You get, on the one hand, yeah, they'd regret it and they'd get a bunch of complaints from their employees who were cleaning it. But on the other hand, they might claim that vandalism was the reason they started charging in the first place, and nobody would really know. Nobody would be able to dispute that. I always build the scrambled eggs first. I probably cut out 15 minutes of time, waiting to do stuff while the money built back up. Hire a handyman. Gotta have the handyman. This particular handyman will get to clean that bathroom. And what do I name such a handyman? How about name it after somebody that will inevitably end up cleaning toilets in the long run anyway when the money runs out. Someone who I hate. Someone who a lot of us hate. The dialogue box where I could type wouldn't show up on the screen. I guess it's because it's a separate window, and I used window capture on OBS because game capture was not yet available since this is an old game. See, she does all that, clean the trash, clean the bathrooms. Well, I don't know if they actually clean the bathrooms. Mow the grass. What's that you say? There's no grass? We'll have to do something about that. Can't have Anita getting lazy. To record this, whenever I'm playing games to record, or just in general on the computer, my computer is always plugged into my TV. And I sit on the couch using the armrest as a mouse pad. And it doesn't always doesn't always work quite as good as like I need to buy a regular mouse pad. But anyway, the picture is in 1080p. I had to turn it down to like 1028 by 768 to record this because it was so small I couldn't see anything. And the top bars and the black and the black bars on the top and the bottom, I'm not really sure why they're there. Probably something to do with the settings on OBS. I tend to use sub-region a lot whenever recording Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo games. Especially with, not so much with Super Nintendo, but with the regular Nintendo, you got that bar up and down the left side of the screen. Something to do with the picture being bigger than the TV, so it was... if you were playing it on a standard definition picture tube TV, you would not notice that because it would be off screen. I always set my research to these things. Scenery can come later. They don't pay me for scenery. I don't know, it might affect guest attendance. Maybe if I threw in some scenery. But this whole park is going to look hellish. As soon as I get up enough money, it may be on year 5 or 6. Who knows? But once I get there, I am going to wipe out everything, probably kill off half the guests, and I don't know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. That's going to be interesting. I'm sure other people have tried to recreate it. The one video I did see, somebody did it on Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, which I may play in the future. I've never actually played it. But this was actually a first-person view of somebody riding Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. And it was like 49 minutes long. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it didn't look like it was quite as long as the one from the picture that everybody's seen. There was a lot of trial and error as a kid, but I eventually figured out how to kill people and do it well. I think my favorite method was with the woe belly, the tower that takes you up and drops you or shoots you up. Like that one was my favorite because just turn the launch speed all the way up and make the tower way too short. They would fly, like they'd go way up there and then come crashing back down and boom. We'll do that later too. I always build 2 towers right there on top of those dunes. So maybe we'll do that on September 11th of year 3 or something. Put the boring ride in there. Anything to keep the people happy. For now. I don't know, I was wondering if I should go with the black chat or whatever, or the red pathways. I ended up deciding on the red pathways because I thought they looked more hellish. Before it's all over with, I'll set the researchers on all the scenery and whatnot. I always thought the jumping fountains were neat. I hear they have those in real life. Like somebody told me they actually saw those somewhere. You guys don't want to watch me paint this. Why didn't I skip it? Oh. Close that. I usually try to pay back the loan pretty early on. I got to looking at the interest, and it's only like $20-something a month, so not too bad, but I don't know. I always do it anyway. I didn't even notice the interest rate thing until this time around. I think at this point I was just waiting for oh no, I was painting. Skipped it. And roller coaster looks like that. I played this for 2 hours last night. Maybe longer. I think it was like 2 hours and 14 minutes. I'm going to upload them in 20-minute increments. There should be about 3 or 4 of them out of this one, because there was a lot of time to cut out. Right there, for instance, I was just waiting for more money to build up so I could finish flattening that dune right there, that mound or whatever. And it was about that time that I realized what the name of my park should be. Again, the dialogue box to rename stuff, it doesn't pop up on here, but you'll see it in a second. Walter Disneystein. Whatever. Now I just need enough shekels to flatten that. I usually don't bother too much with the roller coasters and shit. I don't know why. Probably just because they're not absolutely necessary. There was one map with the objective of building 6 different roller coasters, all with an intensity rating of over 12 or something. It's too bad there isn't a map, like a huge map. Some rides don't show up on some maps. Some scenery, there's always something that doesn't show up on certain maps. I wish there was a huge map. All the land was bought. All the like, you could research and develop everything in the game, and you could just shape it into whatever you wanted. Took me a minute there. Yeah, not only was I having trouble with my mouse because it's on the arm of my chair, I was also like, I had to do the right click to move the screen to pan across the map, and it was probably because I extended the display like onto my TV so that way I could see the. I was scared I would play it for a while, and then when I turn it off, I would realize none of it got recorded, so I extended the displays, kept OBS open on my laptop, and Roller Coaster Tycoon on the TV. So at this point, I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna get as much loan as I can. So I was gonna. That's the track design I settled on. So right now we're just trying to make money so where we can keep the park going, keep more people coming in, to achieve the objective of park rating of 600 with 650 guests by year 3. Although towards the end of this, you'll see I made well, not this particular one. I made the mistake of thinking it was year 2, but it was not. It was year 3. I may have advertised that ride. Maybe that's why I was making the queue line a little bit longer. What business owner doesn't wish that he had that option right there? Read your customers' thoughts. Okay, the information kiosk. There's a little trick I picked up. You can overcharge for the maps, but you can really overcharge for the umbrellas. You think it doesn't rain here? You're wrong. Every time it rains, doesn't matter what you charge, people will buy the umbrellas. I haven't checked to see if I was making a profit off of the kiosk on just the maps alone. Like you would think. At $1 profit per map sold. But yeah, the umbrellas. It starts raining. They start selling like hotcakes. This might be the point where... No, that's right, because I'll build something else before I build the go-karts. I wish that owning a business was really this easy. Or at least this easy for me, and everybody else had a difficult time with it. Like, where I was the only person in this world that could this easily build a theme park and make money off of it. And I own the only theme park, or amusement park, or whatever, anywhere. People come from all over the world to visit my amusement park, and they pay whatever I charge. And then I'd have, I could probably charge $300 for the entry. And then have 10 days a year where I only charged $50 to get in the gates. And those are the days when 2 hour waiting times in line. All the people that couldn't normally afford it, traveling from all over. 5-hour wait time just to get in the front gate. But I mean, I like, say a kid from Make-A-Wish showed up or something. I would give him an armband. You know, I'd only charge him $25 to get in the front door, and then give him an armband. And those horrible wait times, he would have to endure them, but he would have an armband, so he'd feel a little bit special, or whatever. What am I doing now? I can't even... Oh yeah, I was building this. Oh, the video is almost over. If you like my shit, please subscribe. Share these videos with your friends. Share them on social media. Help this channel grow. I can't do it without you. And next time we'll be doing some other shit at this park. And it's all leading up to the grand finale of Mr. Bones Wild Ride. We'll probably do this again someday with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, just so you guys can actually ride Mr. Bones Wild Ride. And I'll try to make it like 3 hours long. Adios.